All these motorbikes in the garden. Whole garage of motorbike. Well, we're clean to start with. You right?
I chewed up your garden a little bit, sorry.
Oh, that's alright, I don't mind.
Power, I can't handle it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Morning boys and girls, we're out, as you can see, beautiful weather today. I got the three amigos with me, or shall I say the two amigos and me. The sun is a bit low, it's a bit dazzling, and it is probably about 5 degrees, a bit cold. We already had one little spillage, Dom fell off, but that's probably going to be the first of many. We're going to get on with some riding. I'll see you in a bit.
Good morning everyone. So we're going to try some voiceovers on this one. We are starting off our route on the Ridgeway, which is the road at the end of my house basically. So it's pretty much where all our off-roading adventures will usually start. It is one of Britain's oldest roads. It's 87 miles long and it runs from Avebury in Wiltshire to Livinghoe Beacon in northwest London. It's been used by traders and droves and invaders for thousands of years, and the high ground of the Ridgeway, usually on top of hills, means it's a lot safer for travellers, but not when us three idiots tend to arrive. And it actually began the same tectonic movement that was created, that created the Alps, and that's some 2.6 million years ago. So yeah, it's quite an old road as such, but still allowed some vehicles on it certain parts of the year. Winter time the site towards Avebury is closed, but we get to go on it for a little bit here, so we head towards Marlborough. So this section is pretty much the end of Rawton over to Marlborough, and then we'll pick up some other roads in a bit. Now we try and encourage Dom to go in front as much as possible. He is the most novice of our group. He's only just passed his CBT and he hasn't had much biking experience. So this is more of a case of let the new guy set the pace, so we're not leaving him behind, and if he falls off and he can't pick up his bike or he gets hurt, we don't leave him alone. So a lot of the time you'll see us try and encourage Dom to go in front, and then John's in the middle and I'm at the back. It's been weeks and weeks of rainfall, so the ridgeway is it's very saturated, and it goes between heavy boulder, loose stone, chalk, heavy mud, clay, and then normal mud and grass. So you get a proper mixture of different terrains to go over. He's not the most confident on his bike, so he does take it a little bit cautious at times, so we are not going to go flat out. But we will open up the throttles in a minute after the water and the horses that you'll see in a bit. But we're just trying to let him pick his way through the stones and gain his balance. There's me doing a bit of off-roading. But yeah, we'll try and make this video a bit more talky talk rather than just videos to keep everyone entertained. There are some funny bits. We get the drone up as well at the end, but it's just about enjoying the drive, the fresh air, and trying not to run into too many Karens. You'll get the gist of it. See you in a bit.
Which way are you guys going? That way? Only 2 more. That was really deep on that left side. Yeah, that one on the left, I was probably up to my foot's wet.
So this section is like the end of the ridgeway for us bit. We're coming out of the ridgeway down the hill towards a little town or little village called Rockley, and then we're going to do a left at the bottom, head up the hill past the golf course, and we're going to go into Marlborough, probably get some fuel and drinks. So these are some back roads between Axford and Oldbourne. We've come out of Marlborough, we've done a little fuel stop, got a drink. Got to be careful on this one, it's a new trail we found. It goes between some off-roady sections and road sections. Many of the road sections lead to farms or houses, private drives, so we're a little bit cautious on the tarmacs. It's very slippy, not many vehicles travel down it, and if it is, like here, smells of cow dung. But the road is, it's very muddy, so it's watching out for walkers and not trying to drive on that grassy section in the middle, which means we're going to end up on our asses. So as we come down into Oldbourne, just some information for you might be interested in. It's Saxon, meaning is older stream. The village was home to industries like bell making, weaving and chair making, and it has a very good military history as well. The village was home to the 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment and the 101st Airborne Division during the war. Lots of skirmishes between royalist paramilitary forces took place in Oldbourne Chase in 1643. It's a beautiful little town. There's a good pub in there, and sometimes you'll catch Dickie Mint Cycles having his breakfast at the pub. as we head down into the town, we are going to go through the main centre of Old Bourne, and we're going to come past the Blue Boar pub, and then we're going to go up the Crooked Core Road, and it joins onto a weird little section behind people's houses that is actually like a byway, and then goes onto a fully off-road section, and we're going to head up towards the top of Baden, which is like a hill between, it's kind of Uffington and the top of top of, well, what would be sort of Rawton. There's the hill that goes between all three of them. The last time I came down these roads, I came across a group of about 30, shall we say, old age pensioners out for their little Sunday stroll just on this corner. The town is down to the left hand side, and they didn't know where to go. As a motorbike approached them, they were all sort of spread across the road. You get a mixed response when doing off-roading on a bike. Some people love it, some people absolutely hate it, some people want to push you off, some people want to stop and talk to you about your bike. It is a bit of a mixed bag, very, very mixed bag. So we're just coming into the main town. Here on the right hand side you can see the Blue Boar pub. We've managed to find some bikers, some more guys doing a bit of off-roading. We had a little chat with these guys in a bit. They're from Trowbridge Way, Calm, but they're clearly out exploring the trails as we are on a nice Sunday. And this is the bit that goes down behind all the people's houses that is still part of a byway that you can legally ride and drive down. It goes through what would be this little drop down alleyway and then up onto some real muddy bits as we head up towards the top of Baden. This poor person in their car, I think they thought they'd come across an episode of Motocross Sunday. Clearly just come out of their driveway being followed by a gaggle of motorcycles. Eventually they were kind enough to pull over and we all passed them. I'm not sure what he expected, but some rather cool bikes in front, big engines, can definitely see a couple of Husqvarnas, maybe a Honda in the red. But yeah, we stopped for a chat in a bit. found this place purely by chance. I see I've managed to pick up some stupid little bug on the screen. Apologies about that, or a bit of dirt maybe. But we've had a little break on a flyover above the M4 watching the traffic pass, and John was distraught that he couldn't get a trucker to beep his horn, and I did. But we've turned into this little this sort of roadway. It is a public path and it leads through a farmyard, so we're going to slow down because of some sheep. Obviously not trying to scare animals and be arseholes. This is leading up to the top of Baden, but there's a gate at the bottom here which we need to close. But we found it purely by chance, the hillside to the right hand side that you can see in front of Dom. There's actually a large group of kite birds that nest, and they all stand on the grass to the right hand side and sun themselves with their wings open like vultures. It's quite funny. But we're going to take our time through the sheep and get on with our trip. See you in a bit. So after the GoPro decided to have a meltdown, we changed a couple of batteries, got an SD card in it, and we are now on a trail between the top of Baden, headed towards Oxfordshire, Uffington. We go through this little paved section, and then onto a bit more off-roady stuff, but we started encountering sort of restricted vehicle access, so we went through two of them to get through a main road, and then we turned left and call it a day at the pub.
Morning.
Now Dom, in front of me, is actually quite an avid 4x4 off-roader. He owns and has owned many Land Rovers, which he does regularly take off-roading. And he's not one for breaking the rules. He's very above board as far as when it comes to off-roading and what you can and can't do. And there are times that I'm game for little trails and he's not. So he does abide by the law probably more than I do when we go off-roading. And he's on his OS map in a minute having a look at where we can and can't go, and there is a signpost to say restrictions, But as far as we're concerned, we've got nowhere else to go, so we've got to keep going until we can get off of it, which is why you'll see in a minute a couple of signs that say no vehicular access. But we are plodding on, just trying to get through to the main road. So yes, I can appreciate people in the comment section will be saying that you shouldn't go down there, but we've got little choice at this point, apart from a couple of pigsties on the right hand side. What do you reckon? Let's just go. Huh? Yeah, just go, John.
you.
We've crossed 2 of these no entry signs now, but we've managed to find a pub sign and a car park on a main road, so we can get off of this this trail where it's no vehicular access. There is, you know, a roadway down there where people can drive, and you've seen the people parked up on the side there, living off the land. We're just deciding on which route we're going to take. We're going to go back down to the pub and get a pint in. We don't feel confident in carrying on down through the no entry signs. The ones up near Avebury that are limited access, they do have a date on them that tell you when you can and can't ride down it. So from this point on, we're just basically saying that the restricted access is, you know, we're just going to keep finding it. And we're probably going to run into a Karen at some point, given it what for. Everyone that we've met so far has been lovely, so we're just going to call it a day, head to the pub, get a pint. And Dom nearly gets wiped out by a deer and a horse in a minute, but unfortunately I don't think I was filming.
A pub and a bit. Oh, I haven't got no money.
Oh, it's got Dom then, isn't it? I bought Phil. We'll just have 1 pint of 3 straws, please, Barman.
And if he asks for mini cheddars, tell him to fuck off.
So can we have a shot of beer, please? We'll have 3 of them. To the pub.
Where are we going? Alright, you lead the way and see if you can go fast enough to flick the mud off your tyres.
Yeah, they didn't let us in like that.
You're there? There's a sign over there that says village walkers, please come in. The people that have been on the Ridgeway, they expect mud. Come on then, sat up.
Leader.
So as we come round this corner, Dom was flapping his arms telling us to slow down. The horse in front of him had bolted and was on the wrong side of the road. The guy was trying to hold on, the old bloke. Clearly the horse had startled the deer had gone and it had made the horse freak out. So we had a narrow escape there of Dom running into 3 deer. He was a bit panicked too, bless him.
Alright, bud.
And here it is. So the new drone I've got for Christmas, DJI 4 Pro. Camera's better, flying's better, controller's better. This part of the track is actually at the top of the hill at Baden, just before we turn right towards Uffington. You literally feel like you're on top of the world. You can see for probably 30 miles all the way over into Oxfordshire. And on a bright blue day like today, it was absolutely stunning. So I had to stop, play a bit with the drone, do some filming. More practice needed, but yeah, what a view, look at that.